Hey, what's up guys? Kenneth here with the LEGO Republic, bringing you another LEGO Star Wars review. And today we will be reviewing the 75082 Inquisitor's TIE Fighter. Technically, the TIE Advanced Prototype, but everyone calls it the Inquisitor's TIE Fighter because that is what this is the TIE Fighter that the Inquisitor rides. So you will notice an Inquisitor minifigure in this set. Let's get into that. In light of the new Star Wars rumors, I decided to review my only TIE fighter that I have, which is the TIE Advanced Prototype for you all, just because all the rumors are yet another TIE fighter. So I thought I would just review this one for you. So this is the Inquisitor's TIE Fighter, very different from the others because it looks slightly different, looks more like Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. It is the TIE Advanced Prototype, so I see why it could, have a resemblance there. But the main minifigure everyone bought this set for was the Inquisitor here, and he looks pretty good. This guy is from Star Wars Rebels, and the entire set is based off of Star Wars Rebels. As you can see on the Star Wars Rebels logo, that's on the box art and instructions. We'll get into that in a second. His helmet here looks very interesting. I don't like it on him, but I just keep it on him to not lose the helmet. This guy just sits on my shelf most of the time because he's a cool character to have for the collection, but not someone I use if I was ever playing. In fact, I rarely play with my stuff anymore because I don't have time. But if we turn him around, you'll see pretty nice, torso print. I love the face print. The face print is just, amazing. We turn it around. Obviously, no back face because he should be going bald some of the time. And then you have this little clip which can connect the lightsaber to the back of his, back, I guess, and it's all one piece that goes on his shoulders. Makes him look very menacing and very scary. And then, of course, we'll put the lightsaber here, if you want to have him, do the little swirly thing that they do in Star Wars Rebels. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you go watch at least the first season. It doesn't get good until the last episode of Season 4, which is the very last episode ever, but Season 1 is, decent. At least watch, the first episode. Watch him spin his lightsaber around. You just have to before you can say you don't like it. I personally think Clone Wars is way better than Star Wars Rebels. But that's not what this video is for. This video is to review. And I talked about those instructions. That is the instruction manual. There's just one instruction manual. 3 bags. Star Wars Rebels logo on the bottom right corner. You see the set number 75082 on the top left corner. You see the 2015 LEGO Star Wars box art on there, the Rebels based box art. And then, of course, you see the amazing picture of the TIE prototype with the Inquisitor inside. So that's just a little instruction thing. And now we have our TIE pilot. In my opinion, they actually took a step back, in my opinion, from the TIE pilot. I do like the helmet. I think the helmet looks a lot better than the Microfighter TIE pilot the previous year. But the previous Microfighter's pilot had leg printing, and this pilot does not have any leg printing. However, it was very nice that they included the TIE pilot, because even though it is the Inquisitor's TIE fighter, if you just, like me, want to put that Inquisitor on the shelf and put the pilot in there, then you're able to do that. And so, even if you did want to use the TIE prototype, you would be able to do so with just a regular pilot and pretend it's a, regular TIE fighter, which is a nice thing. I'm glad LEGO did this because not a lot of people were into Star Wars Rebels, so this was kind of like a kid's set. They didn't have a TIE fighter. It was only $40. We'll get into value in a minute. But yeah, just great figure. No leg printing, but I think that the updated torso printing and, helmet, I really do like the helmet. I think it looks really good for the Star Wars Rebels. And of course, you have the angry clone face on the back. I wish they just done black heads though, honestly. That's just a little not good. And our final figure, I have him staring into the distance, is an Imperial Officer. It is a redesign for 2015. I really like this officer. I think it looked really good. I really want to get one of these in gray because I do have this tan one. I do think tan looks really good, but I do want a gray one just to kind of complete the collection because all of the officers on the ships, on the Navy ships, do have, gray torsos. But this is a really nice exclusive. I believe it's the only tan officer, so I'm glad to have this officer. You can see the little, blue things that they put on their chests so that you can tell which rank they are. which is cool, and each little pattern denotes a certain rank. So I'm not exactly sure which rank this guy is, but he's an officer, okay? So you have a very, sunken eyes and very mean-looking face. See those cheekbones? And then, of course, you got the torso print. Really nice little hat there. If you turn around, you'll just see, no back face, because you would obviously be able to see it, which is something that LEGO Star Wars is actually not improved on, because in this year's Mos Eisley Cantina, there is a minifigure whose back face sticks out from his head, from his, hat piece. It isn't a hat. It's technically his skin, because it's like a weird alien character, but you can totally see the back face. And for a $350 Mos Eisley set, I just think that is not cool. Anyway, we're talking about the Imperial Officer. So let's look at the prototype, which looks pretty good, not gonna lie. 355 pieces for this prototype TIE Fighter. I don't know, I have mixed feelings. We'll get into it right now. Let's show off the features. The first feature, obviously, that you can do is open the wings up, as I would assume you would have seen, but you might not have seen that the bottom wings open up as well, except they were on the box art, so you would have seen it. Honestly, you have really good swooshability with this. You just kind of hold it from the back in literally any position, honestly. You could hold it like this if you wanted. Like, this is a very stable build, not gonna lie. It doesn't look very stable, but it is very stable. I like the way they, designed the front. And you can't, stand it up like that, but actually, if you do that, sometimes it breaks, like it just did, and all of this stuff is breaking as well. This is kind of old, it's from 2015. Anyway, it looks good like that, kind of. You could set it up like that, maybe. However, I feel like LEGO should have included a stand. Price per piece usually is about $10. 10 cents per piece, and you're getting 350, so that's a little more than 10 cents per piece. So if LEGO had just created, a stand out of, 50 pieces, or less than that even, they could have, still gotten that 10 cents per piece ratio good, and you would have had a lot better stand. Because if you try and stand this up, like, these wings, they don't go farther than that. Like, they're designed to not go farther than that, but you can make them go farther. But when you do that, like you see right here, it just breaks the pieces, and you can put them back on very easily, but it's just very annoying. I feel like if they included a stand for this, that it could, stand like this, perfectly fine with 3 points of, standing. I don't know what to say, but that just would have been really nice in my opinion. But alas, no, LEGO did not do that, and we're stuck here with this. But that's okay. Close the wings up. Talk about stickers. You've just got, this is a printed piece, actually, on the top. You've got a few stickers in here, and then a few on the side here. That is a sticker. So, a bit unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it works. So, another feature that you were probably guessing that was going to be on this was the fact that this, can drop down like so, and the top can drop up, which gives you really good access, not gonna lie, to the interior. So, oh, I just realized I forgot. This guy comes with a pistol, too. It wasn't just the TIE Pilot. He did have a weapon. But anyway, the TIE Pilot, you can sit him right in there. And it was the newer connection piece, so he isn't actually sitting on studs. He's sitting on that little, Lego piece that was used in Lego Friends for seats. It goes between the minifigure's legs, and it holds them in place because it's really tight. I'm not a fan of those seats. They use them on the Clone Turbo Tank. They used them on this thing. I guess it works, but you can just knock them out of there so easily that it's just not good in my opinion. There is terrible lighting, so we'll zoom in on there on the TIE Pilot. He looks pretty menacing in there. And then you could, of course, turn his hand and hold the little droid body. the controls. And then, just pop this up like so, and drop that down like so. And now you have your dude in the ship, ready to roll. He can, go fly wherever he wants to. If we turn it around, you'll see the last feature is this little knob on the back. If you turn it, it'll shoot the spring-loaded shooters in the front, which are just under the cockpit. So we're going to simulate that right now. Alright, so they're both shot. I don't know if you could see it because my camera is not the best. But we did shoot 2 red spring-loaded shooters. There was an extra in the set. And then they just go right underneath the cockpit right there. And sometimes it's hard if you don't have the back thing in there to fix it. When I got this set, I was not, extremely happy with it. Yeah, honestly, the original trilogy is not my favorite, and this is from Star Wars Rebels, and I didn't really have a very strong appreciation for Star Wars Rebels. I do now understand what they were trying to do. I get what they were doing. I regret I didn't get, some of the sets, especially the one with Ahsoka. Well, actually, technically, I did want to get that one. I just didn't have enough money because I thought it was a cool-looking ship. But you know what? I got this one. It works out. It works like a TIE fighter. I'm glad I have it because I have a TIE fighter and I don't have to buy any more TIE fighters. And Lego, I'm not going to buy. Lego, if you're listening, I doubt you're listening. But Lego, if you are listening to me, I am not going to buy a single one of your TIE fighters or X-Wings. It just does not make any sense why I would buy TIE fighters or X-Wings after you just made some. They're literally on the shelf. They're literally still on the shelf and you're making more. It doesn't make any sense, honestly. So I'm glad that I have a TIE fighter and I never have to buy one again. Let's talk value. 355 pieces for $40 in 2015, the January wave. So that is when it was released. And it has the typical box art. Like I said earlier, it comes with 3 minifigures. For $40, I'd say that's a decent deal. And $355 is not the best price per piece. However, like I said, I would have preferred for them to, throw in a stand in there for 50 more pieces or less than that. You could probably make a decent stand out of like 20 pieces, honestly. But they did not do that. I guess it's okay. There's just not a lot going on here. Basically, the only thing you can do is move the wings and put people in the cockpit. That's literally the only thing you can do, and then fly around. So this was a good set for them to make so that they could throw in that minifigure and get you to want to buy it. So I see what they were doing. I get what they were doing. Not really a good deal at $40. However, nowadays, if you can find it for $40, I would totally do it because that would just be a great deal now, because obviously inflation and the demand for something that is no longer being produced has gone up. So that's my review of the TIE Advanced Prototype Set 75082, aka the TIE Inquisitor. The Inquisitor's TIE Fighter. There we go. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button for me. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.